Hello and welcome to 10-Pin City, Sydney, with the excitement of the inaugural Australian Bowling Cup. You're watching Kegel, Rollin Thunder, with the nation's best bowlers teaming up to bowl for Australian glory. Featuring the doubles Baker format, 8 teams of 2 players have been divided into 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. 3 matches per team in each pool, 2 points per win and 1 point per draw. The pair with the most points standing in each pool will progress to the final and will feature in a bowling battle for the Australian Bowling Cup. Today we welcome back Pool A with 2 tremendous shootouts. This is the second match each for Pool A as they try and keep their dream alive. Vital points are on offer. As you look at the table, and Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley still looking for their first points of the competition, as are Rebecca Voukolos and Emma Walsh. While victories first up to David Porto and Matt Riley, along with the young guns of Blayne, Fletcher and Sean Bowling, and them full of confidence heading into today's action. Now in Pool A, match 5 of Kegel Rollin Thunder sees Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley up against Rebecca Voukolos and Emma Walsh. Well, a must-win game for both of these teams. It is going to be Rebecca Voukolos to get things underway. The girls chose the right lane. And the boys said, girls, you can go first. And almost a perfect start for Rebecca Voukolos. Leaves the 10-pin standing.
Great shot, first ball. Good shot in the pocket, leaves the 10-pin. Plastic ball straight across the lane for the spare. Get off to a solid start.
Well, this is a high-pressure game. Both of these teams looking for their first victory of the Kegel Rollin Thunder. And gets the spare.
Gets away with that one. Looked like she dropped it there.
That's right. If these teams are going to have aspirations of winning this tournament, they need to win this game right now, right here.
The second time we've seen the best 10-pin bowler in the world, Jason Belmonte. Off his game when we last saw him. On it today.
Great start from Jason. Big cooking ball, big powerful shot. That's what he's well renowned for. Biggest strike ball in the world, Jason Belmonte.
That wasn't just a strike. That shot was to send a message.
Yes, Sam, frame 2, looking to work on Jason's strike. These guys mean business.
They were off their game a fortnight ago. Sam Cooley.
Goes for a bit of a loft there.
Interesting. Just coming out of the freshly oiled lane again and trying to square up and play straighter angles up the lane. Didn't want to cover too many boards, but that was never on line off of his hand.
Sam Cooley looking to get the spare here to try to capitalise on that first up strike from Jason Belmonte. And he gets it. Sam Cooley with the spare. Great stuff from him.
Emma working on a spare frame 2.
She came close on numerous number of occasions in their first match. And, this leaves a nasty split here for Emma Walsh.
She's just searching for that ball that's going to come up to the pocket and carry all those pins. It's just not quite finishing in the back end. You see it there. It just skids a bit too far. And that's how we get that split. She's starting off with this ball. It's the ball she finished with a fortnight ago in her last match. Team to read the lane a bit better.
Even though there's a split, Paul should be looking at spare here.
Definitely, this is a very makeable split, so she's going to move over a little further left on the lane and try and get that ball sent over to the right of the head pin, sending it to the 7 pin.
And got the difficult one.
That's incredible. Did exactly what she was supposed to do. Sent that head pin over towards the 7, took it out, and somehow left the 9 pin. Let's have a look at this replay.
On the Kegel replay, you can just see how did the 9 just avoid everything.
Sent the 3 pin to the left of the 9 pin and the ball went to the right of it. Very unlucky, bad break for Emma Walsh. Solid pocket shot in frame number 1. Let's see if Beck can get this game going.
Needs a strike, the team. And delivers.
That's it. Excellent shot, Peter. Flush in the pocket. Well done, Beck Voukolos.
Keeps the girls in it. We saw from his first shot that Jason Belmonte, just have a look at Beck Voukolos though first there on the Kegel replay. Jason Belmonte, looks like he means business today. He was very disappointed with what we saw, what he produced a couple of weeks ago. Bang! A double for Jason. And Belmo off to a great start today.
All the way in that shot. Beautiful down the lane. Finished up nice and strong and smashed the pocket.
You've seen the best in the world there, folks.
Here's how it's done.
And that's where you see with that two-handed style and all the powers, he can get the ball further right down lane and still get the ball to come back to the pocket. That's where Jason opens up the area down lane, has a lot more miss room. Same ball. Let's see if just gets out the ball a little quicker and a little cleaner. He is trying to play a little bit of a straighter angle, not cover as many boards on this fresh oil.
Here is Cooley. And leaves 2 pins standing on this occasion.
Just jumped out of that shot, never sat in it, didn't get it off his hand clean, left off of his hand. Ball doesn't get to the spot down lane, always inside through the head pin. Leaves himself a tricky 3-10 spare.
Sam Cooley going for the spare. I want to ask you, for those watching at home, those novices in 10-pin bowling, in fact, we'll get to that very soon as he misses his spare here, Sam Cooley. What are they looking at when they're delivering the bowl for their shot? How far down the lane are they looking at the time?
Yeah, there's a point down lane, the break point, where the ball reaches for the right-hander. The furthest point it's going to reach to the right, and then it's going to make its move back to the pocket, hopefully. And they will look at that spot down lane, and then they will come closer to them somewhere between the arrows and the dots at around about 7 to 15 feet, and they'll draw an imaginary line from that arrow down to that break point. Try and see that shot here. Zena's just done there. Great shot after finishing with a washout in frame 2. Made the adjustment, gets the double.
Crucial strike there for Emma Walsh. Beck Voukolos to continue here after Emma Walsh producing a vital strike. One of the girls certainly needed.
Well, that gets him back in front. And Beck Voukolos steps up here and really put the pressure back on Jason with another strike, hoping to get a turkey. Thrown 2 good shots so far. Let's see if Beck can let another one go clean off of her hand.
Well, a double for Beck and a turkey for the team here, if successful with the strike. That one was just a little bit late in coming back.
Yeah, just didn't quite roll up from the break point. That's what we were talking about there a minute ago. So her second target got a little bit wider, not quite enough rotation on the ball to get it to come back to the pocket there. And she leaves herself the 2-8-10. The tricky spare.
Yeah, she's going to go for count here. You need to knock the 2-8 over, keep the count going. She'll be 80 in the 5th frame, and we'll just send the advantage back to the boys' way.
So looking to take out the 2 and the 8, and does so.
That's where you see with Beck. Beck's very important that she will keep the ball pretty straight off of her hand. Her angles in the front of the lane will be a lot straighter. And if we look at Jason, he's going to come a lot further over left on the lane and send the ball a lot wider, cover many more balls than Beck and most other bowlers. Jason, frame 5.
Well, he's on a double, looking for a turkey here. Jason Belmonte on fire so far today and continues.
And that's the money shot. That is a shot. Makes him one of the best bowlers in the world.
That's great stuff. The high fives, the crowd loving it. The man from Orange, who's taken his game all over the world. Here is Sam Cooley.
Much better shot. Wow. He could not throw that ball any better. Flush 9, perfect pocket hit. Just drove through the pins too hard, Peter. It's exactly where he wanted the ball to finish up in the pocket. The ball doesn't deflect. That ball should take out the 9-pin, and it drives straight past it. Too much power from Sam Cooley.
There wasn't much of a margin there, as you saw on the Kegel replay. Sam Cooley in there, bang, gets a spare. We're seeing the best of the best here, folks, but don't forget to, bowling is terrific fun. You can get involved, bowl for the fun of it with your friends, your family, and a group of mates together. No matter how old you are, you can get involved in this great sport of 10-pin bowling. Visit the website bowl.com.au. You're watching Kegel, Rollin Thunder, and Emma Walsh. But a strike last time out. Doesn't like this one, but just leaves the 7-pin. Almost worked out for her in the end.
A little bit, just looked like it, a little bit laid off of a hand up in the air again. Fraction longer. Talking to Cara Honeychurch in the break there, the TBA president. Cara, what a bowling player she was. And she was just mentioning a few of the shots that Emma came out late. The ball goes that little bit longer down the lane before it hooks in, and it comes in light in the pocket. Fortunately, just leaves herself with a 7-pin spare, which she converts nicely. 8-pin game, Peter.
Does very well converting that one. It's basically lose this and tournament over.
That's correct. It's all or nothing. Win or bust. Beck, frame 7. Both teams working on the spare.
Here is Rebecca Voukolos.
Much better shot there, Peter.
Does very well. Great strike.
High pocket strike. Back over to you, Jason Belmonte.
Yeah, throwing down the challenge. Great drama here.
You can see that shot there, and Beck likes the reaction. Just a fraction high, but she got the pin carry. Jason looking for his 4th strike in a row. Frame number 4 for Jason. 7 for Team Jason and Sam.
Here he is, Jason Belmonte. 4 in a row for him.
Again there, that is what you see from Jason. He was definitely a little further right down lane at that break point that we spoke about earlier, but because of the power and the revolutions that he creates, he does not see that hang spot that other bowlers would see where they would not get the ball back to the pocket. Jason's balls roars back to the pocket, light hit, 10 back in the pit. Greatest bowler in the world.
Well, that replay then just really showed in it the revolutions that he's getting on every time he releases the
They talk
the
about a hang spot down lane, Peter, for us mere mortals, but for Jason, his hang spot is not there.
Sam Cooley leaves. Oh, I thought the 10 was going to fall, but it stays up. Leaves 2 out there. Don't forget the computer score is one of our great sponsors of Kegel, Rollin Thunder.
Important spare.
Oh, misses. And that's a big miss in the context of the game, and opens the door once again here, Daniel, for the girls.
Well, that's it. You know, he's not having a good day here, Sam, on the lanes. Another open frame from him. If you're looking to find that part of the lane, you can get the strike. The girls sitting on a strike. M. Walsh back up again, looking to make it a double.
Well, this could really drive home the advantage here for the girls. Emma Walsh with her shot.
She gave that one a little bit more, a bit too much. Just pushed down the lane, skidded through the oil. She's really struggling to get that up to the pocket.
And once again, for those at home, can she be looking at spare here?
Yes, she can. She's going to try and hook this one across, send the 1 and the 3 pin across into their 7 pin. She'll want to spare this.
Well, let's see how she converts. Emma Walsh.
Must spare situation. This will keep the girls in the 4-pin lead. If she does not convert this, they're going to be at least 8 pins behind going into the last 2 frames.
Massive. Absolutely massive. Can she convert? Oh!
Sends it flying around the 7 pin.
So close again, but the 7 pin stands tall. It will be Rebecca Voukolos to continue here, the 9th frame. She's set. Big moment of the game here of this match. Needs a strike, gets it, delivers when the team needs it.
All 10 there for Beck. Now we've got, I think, the crowd favourites here with Jason and Sam stepping up onto the approach. He's going to be looking to answer with a strike. If he doesn't, they're going to be in some serious trouble here. That'd mean 2 losses for them. Not a position they want to be in.
Well, big one here for Jason Belmonte. Looking for yet another strike for his team. And can't get it.
Just didn't get that one out as wide as his last few. Pays a price, comes up too high. Gives himself a split. He's not happy with that.
Well, this is another massive moment in a tight contest.
Must have this spare, Jason. Must have it.
And gets it.
He's the man. He got it.
That's clutch.
Just when it was needed. A very difficult spare, and Jason Belmonte gets it. Just keeps the guys in front there. 8-pin lead going into frame number 10.
And it is Sam Cooley with frame number 10. Are you surprised that the boys have worked it out this way, Sam and Jason, that it is Sam that is taking the 10th frame?
Take nothing away from Sam Cooley. Sam Cooley is a great bowler, but I am extremely surprised that the best bowler in the world isn't taking the 10th frame.
Well, we've seen with Sam Cooley that when one strike comes, a second and third can come pretty quickly as well. Just hasn't really found his range yet today. Can he do it now for his team? They're just in front by 8, looking to extend that lead. Can't with a strike.
Still searching around the lanes for his first strike. Leaves himself a relatively easy spare. Pretty confident Sam can pick this one up.
First job for him is to spare this and then to do the best that he can for his last bowl of this match. He's set for this shot. Looking okay, gets it. Just to look at the reaction from his teammate.
That was close. That was close. Here we go. He wants maximum count. He's looking for his first strike in this game. Trying to do everything he can to salvage this match. They don't want to be out of this tournament. They want to be in at the end.
Anything more than 6 will force Emma to get up in the 10th frame and strike to win this game.
Sam Cooley. High pressure stuff. Must win match here in Kegel. Rollin Thunder. Has not had a strike today. Can he deliver now? Will it hook back? It does. Oh, and I thought the 10 was going to go, but it doesn't. So it's 172 for Jason and Sam.
And that's the situation, Peter. Emma Walsh, strike wins the game. Anything less than a strike, and Jason and Sam will win this game. All on this shot right here for Emma Walsh.
So it comes down to this. Emma Walsh just asking for lane 4 to be cleared. That's why there's the delay.
Great sportsmanship from Jason there, just asking for the pins to be respect, and Jason gets up and resets it for her.
Emma Walsh. Here we go. Needing a strike. Looking okay. Gets a strike.
What a shot here from Emma.
They're still in it. Wow.
Anything 8 or more on this shot, and this will be game over. Beck and Emma will take the win. What a shot under pressure.
You've got to say, too, what we saw a fortnight ago, where she came so close to delivering a shot like that, deserves a moment like that, Emma Walsh. She's been there or thereabouts right throughout the tournament so far.
I agree. And when it mattered, she threw the best shot that she's thrown all game.
Needs 8 or more here.
Looking good.
Very good. Gets 9.
And that'll do it.
And it will do it.
That's all they needed.
The girls are going to get the win. Emma Walsh and Voukolos. Unlucky first time out. And this is a big moment in the tournament.
It's a big upset for Cooley and Belmonte. 2 best bowlers in this country and still yet to win a game. I'll be thinking about this one for a bit.
And there it is. A win for Voukolos and Emma Walsh. They have beaten Sam Cooley and Jason Belmonte in an upset. The girls loving it. Why wouldn't they? They're still alive in the tournament.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a good effort coming into that, and having a win under the belt definitely kind of reassures that we're on the right track. Still got a bit of work to do, but I definitely think we can do it.
Now, Emma, you had a lot of bad luck in your first match, leaving just one pin out there. More often than not, that ends up in a strike, but delivered when it mattered most late today.
Yeah, I made a ball change throughout the game, so I was happy with that. That was just coming too light on the left-hand side, so I needed to make a move, and it was the right one, so I was happy with that.
Now, Bowl Patrol is a great way for kids ages 6 to 12 to get involved in bowling. All sorts of great things happening here. Shorten lanes, you get some great coaches teaching the kids how to go about their business of improving their bowling. For the details, bowlpatrol.com.au. Kegel Rollin Thunder action continues after the break. It's Blayne Fletcher and Sean Bowling in a showdown with David Porto and Matt Riley. Welcome back to Kegel Rollin Thunder. You're watching Australia's best 10-pin bowlers in action here at 10-pin City in Sydney. Here we go with match 6 of the tournament. Rounding out the second game for Pool A, it's Blayne Fletcher and Sean Bowling head-to-head with David Porto and Matt Riley. Well, we're about to get underway here for the match between Blayne Fletcher and Sean Bowling up against David Porto and Matt Riley, and it is Sean Bowling. To get us underway, the 2 undefeated teams starts things off with a strike. We've had a bit of a commentary change. Daniel Webb is still here with me, but joined by Jason Belmonte. Jason, been a terrific tournament so far. Not for yourself, unfortunately, for you and Sam, but you been impressed with what you've seen?
Yeah, mate, it didn't go to plan, obviously. But, you know, when you get in the arena, the lights are on, the pressure's up, anything's possible. And, unfortunately, Sam and I, we couldn't really build a game together. However, now it's time to focus on the guys who know how to build a game together. And, we're watching a couple of good pairings here.
Tricky one for Porto.
There is Porto just takes out the 7-pin. It's amazing, Jason, in this format, what we've seen, how matches just change on an open frame, how quickly it just, the momentum can swing.
Yeah, and the other thing that typically happens in this format is it's hard to get into a rhythm as your individual self, because you step up, you throw a shot, and then your opponent throws their shots, and then your teammate throws the next shot of your team game. It's hard to get into that rhythm. So the guys and girls who are actually really working well together in that rhythm, obviously putting strikes together, getting the better games. As you can see there, Matt covering up David's open frame with a really nice strike there. But that's what it's all about, mate. It's all about kind of building frame by frame and somehow working together to get into rhythm, get into time, and of course trusting your teammate.
Well, we saw how much that Blayne and Sean worked in sync earlier, and that was nearly going to be a very nasty split, but the 7 just fell. It is amazing, isn't it, how you work, you feed off what your teammate is doing. So much of it is still, yes, you're there as an individual having to produce, but you feed on what each other are doing out there.
Oh, absolutely. And look, this game is all about centimetres. Believe it or not, that shot from Blayne right there, we're talking a couple of centimetres either left or right of that head pin, and that's probably a strike.
Here is Sean Bowling. He was very impressive along with Blayne Fletcher. We last saw them a fortnight ago. And Well, he won't be happy with that one there, Daniel.
Again, comes up too high. Leaves himself a washout. He's not happy with that one. He's going to have to try and close this frame here. Keep their closed frames going.
Yeah, so one of the things to illustrate on a shot like that, which is really difficult for the people at home to view, is obviously the oil pattern that we have on the lane. It's invisible, but the best way that I can describe it is think of it like a golf course and a golf hole. You have easier golf holes and you have harder golf holes. And today, we're playing on a pretty difficult oil pattern, which is going to really kind of overemphasize the very small errors. Sean didn't bowl a terrible shot there, but it certainly didn't help that we're playing on that harder oil pattern. Certainly didn't get any relief down lane leaving the split. Unfortunately, couldn't make it.
Here is David Porto. Another one who was very impressive when we last saw him. And that is terrific stuff from him. He likes it. The high fives come out.
Very convincing strike. Now we've got Matt back up looking for his double. Struck in his first one. Not going to repeat it again.
Don't forget too, folks, you can take part in 10-pin bowling. It's one of the great things about the sport is that no matter your age, you can take part. Bowl.com.au is the website. Here's Matt Riley with a strike. So a turkey for his team. And the pressure well and truly on Blayne and Sean now.
Yeah, those two frames right there were A-grade frames for a few different reasons. One, technically speaking, executed perfectly. But what they did probably more than anything else is throw straight back to Blayne and Sean and say, hey, you guys need to start striking now or you're going to fall way behind in this match. So that added pressure is honestly caused just by those two frames.
Here is Blayne Fletcher needed to get a strike, but leaves himself a nasty split here. And he's got to be thinking spare here, Jason.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The 210, not an impossible spare. I probably would make it myself maybe 2 or 3 out of 10. So your percentages are a little low, but you know, for his team, just to get that confidence back up for Sean, making it is critical. But I think he's just taking the one.
He's just taken the one there, left the frame open. It is certainly advantage David and Matt as we head towards the 5th frame. So Sean bowling to continue here.
And Sean's coming off 2 open frames for his team. He needs to strike here if he wants to keep his team in the game.
They need a run of strikes, and they're not going to get it there. And once again, nasty little split there too, Jason, for him to have to convert here.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 4, 10 washout. Again, we're talking centimetres down the lane. A little left of target from that particular shot there. The ball probably hooks a little bit more into the pocket, unfortunately leaving the washout. Although the percentages of sparing this are a lot higher, I would expect him to have a good crack at this.
Here's Sean bowling. And you've got to say, unlucky there.
Yeah, needed to hook just a pinch more. So Sean and Blayne, 3 open frames in a row. Certainly isn't the best start for their team. However, there's still 5 frames left. Bowling is 10 frames, so there's still plenty of time for them to come back, but they are going to have to start striking, especially if David gets up right now and buries all 10 in the pit.
Well, he's been showing us that he's hitting top form here, Dave Porto. For 4 in a row for his team. Leaves one standing there.
And not quite as good off his hand that time. He's going to get hung up in the ball a little bit. Just dragged his arm across a little bit inside of what he was aiming at in the last shot. Just came up high on the pocket. Into the Brooklyn.
Jason, you're no stranger to televised 10-pin bowling. Great to have the cameras here back in this country.
Mate, this is one of the most exciting things that I can honestly say about my career is getting bowling back on TV in Australia. We've got some great competitors here. The format is awesome. 10-pin City here in Lidcombe in Sydney looks phenomenal. Obviously, all of the camera guys are doing an awesome job. I am pumped. I am a little upset I bowled pretty bad. But hopefully that we can do this event again next year, and I can certainly have a better crack at it. Although I do have one more match left, so
yes.
I'm going to make sure I step it up for that last game.
And you may have a big say in who makes the final as well. There's a strike from Matt Riley. And this is turning into a bit of a rout here. Blayne and Sean need a run of strikes, and well, they need David and Matt to fall apart. They're showing no signs of doing so.
No, Matt and Dave are just going to look to try and stay clean here, just keep their open frames to a limit, and you know, they're going to hope that Blayne and Sean don't catch a light and get on fire. But Blayne's done a really nice shot there, rolled the ball a little more, got the ball going through the pins at the right angle. Really good execution, great delivery. Now it's going to come down to this shot. I think this shot here will determine if Sean and Blayne survive this match. If Sean doesn't strike, I'm calling it now. The game is over. But if he strikes, I think we have a little match on our hands to come down the last few frames.
Just put some pressure back on the opponents to keep their roll going. Big moment in this match. Sean bowling. His shot. Oh, that is clutch. That is great stuff there from Sean bowling. And just when you thought the youngsters were out of it, back-to-back strikes for them.
A much better frame there from those two boys, both answering with a strike. So if they continue on with this game, we're looking at David and Matt with a high score of a 258. And if Sean and Blayne keep going, score of 213. So David stepping back up again, wants to keep those strikes coming and keep the lead on the other two.
Yeah, that strike from Sean is going to get David thinking just a little bit before this frame. So we'll see how he executes. I think that was okay.
Took a bit extra time there, but
it actually hooked a little more than I was expecting. I guess the speed was a little slow on that. From the angle that I was at, it came off his hand okay. Now, this changes the complexion of this game completely. A very low percentage spare for Dave here. I would estimate we'll take just the 2. That'll bring the scores right back down to each other. And then we'll see what Matt does, but I'm kind of getting excited again now.
He's taken his medicine there and left the frame open. It's over to Matt Riley.
And this is where this doubles format is important, like you're saying, Jason. We've got an open frame here from David, and it's going to be important for Matt to pick it up and get the strike and go through with the next frame and not let that get to him.
Well, this is a big moment. The context of the match. The match has had plenty of big moments so far. And it's another split.
And as a competitor, I can tell you this is exactly what can happen when you're bowling. You feel like you're in control. All of a sudden, you hit a little speed bump. The muscles get a little more tense. Things don't feel as right on the approach, and then that shot there as well. A little bit further right down the lane. Didn't have enough hook on it, leaving the 2-8-10 split. So right now, after this shot from Matt, Blayne and Sean potentially can shut out Matt and Dave if they strike out. So that's how quickly a game of bowling can flip on its head.
Here's Matt Riley. Leaves the frame open. Now it's over to Blayne Fletcher. A young bowler making waves, Jason, who not only looks up to you, but has a similar style as well, two-handed.
A wonderful kid. I've had the opportunity to talk with him, bowl against him in a few major championships here in Australia. A really, really nice gentleman. And you know what? A fantastic bowler. One of the things I've been impressed with Blayne, after we see that amazing messenger shot.
Yeah, great stuff there from Blayne Fletcher as the boys look to take control of this one. Sean bowling to continue here. This is Kegel, Rolling Thunder.
Massive shot, right? Huge. Looks a little left off target.
unlucky there in the end for the 10 not to fall.
Well, I mean, Daniel, we see that hit happen quite often. Normally, you would see a Brooklyn strike. However, the head pin flying off the sidewall and missing the 10 pin. A good break in the end, however, it could have fallen.
Exactly right. Just misses it. And we see this game really turned around. The 3 strikes from the young boys, 2 open frames from David and Matt. Sean's going to want to spare here.
Yeah, spare very important going into the 10th frame and gets it. It is one of the great attractions of what we've seen so far over the last couple of weeks on Kegel Rollin Thunder is just how quickly matches change. 15 minutes ago, you thought it was going to be, well, David and Matt by how far? Now there's plenty of pressure.
Yeah, well, I was one of those guys. I probably called it a little early, but after David didn't get that strike in the 5th frame, after we saw a couple of open frames and then the young fellas put some really nice strikes together, it's going to come down to the 9th and 10th frame. This shot right here, if David strikes, which he does, means nothing that Blayne and Sean could do can shut them out. Right now, Matt can step up in the 10th, throw 2 brilliant strikes, and then a 9 count for the worst case scenario is a win. So if he doubles right here, it's all over. That's the end of the game. Anything less than a double, the boys can step up and still have a chance to either tie or snatch victory.
Here is Matt Riley looking for a double, gets his first one.
World-class shot right there. Very difficult oil pattern, pressure moment. Steps up and buries the ball into the pocket. Watch how this ball just drives through the pins. They never had a chance. Now a 9 spare here will give them a 192, meaning that Blayne could step up, strike out in the 10th to tie. So 9 spare for a potential tie or a strike to guarantee themselves the 2 points.
Here is Matt Riley. Can he get the strike? Oh, he's got the 9. So,
make sure of it.
Looking for the spare.
Bit of a game of hot potato. They keep passing it backwards and forwards to each other. It's so close.
Well, the 5 pin right in the middle of the lane, the easiest spare in the game. There is no reason why Matt shouldn't cover this. I don't want to put any commentator curse on him, but I think what we're going to see is a 192 game from David and Matt.
And just knock it in.
Sometimes the easiest one can also be the hardest one because you're so confident in sparing it. Sometimes you just get away from yourself. But right now, Blayne needs 3 strikes in the 10th frame to tie the match, to force a roll-off. One of the things I've been really impressed with Blayne is his big moment shots. He's so young, but still really calm and collects his emotions well. So we're about to find out how he throws these shots.
Well, he needs 3 strikes. Can he get the first one? He does.
There's number 1, 2 to go.
That was impressive.
We're talking about a gentleman much younger than I am, and at his age, when I was his age, I should say, there is no way I throw that ball and make that strike right there. He is far and beyond his age in bowling years. I really hope to see him throw the next 2 really well. I think he will, and if he does, it's going to be up to the bowling gods if the ball knocks over all 10, but I just don't see Blayne throwing it bad. And that's a testament to who he is as a competitor and his training that he does.
Great shot there of Blayne Fletcher. Can he deliver again? He can! Wow! Little high five with his teammate.
Just clutch, absolute clutch shots. It's do or die right now. He knew stepping up into that 10th frame, it was either strikes or the team loses the match. And here he is with 1 more shot to go in the 10th frame, needing all 10 to force a roll-off. I cannot explain to you the pressure he's feeling.
Just a draw, so 1 point. Yeah, so this for the draw, and that 1 point could be
critical. Yeah. Well, I probably should have read the rule book. Come on!
Massive. It gets it. We've got a draw. Wow. The little bow.
Take a bow, you should, Blayne. That was a remarkable frame.
What a great match. Sharing the points, Blayne Fletcher and Sean Bowling.
I didn't expect it to go like that. Considering the start we had, it didn't start too great at all. It just all came to the end. It was pretty insane.
Outstanding stuff. And Blayne, you finished with the turkey to get the draw. Terrific. You must feel pretty proud of yourself after that one.
Yeah. I haven't been able to do that a lot lately. I've had a few mental problems where I get into that pressure 10th frame and I just can't produce. So I'm really happy with myself, and I'm really happy for both of us because we both took on that pressured moment when we were so far behind to pull back and get that tie, because every point counts.
So, Pool A, how thrilling is this? David Porto and Matt Riley on 3 points. Blayne Fletcher and Sean Bowling also on 3. Just behind in their tournament, well and truly alive, Voukolos and Emma Walsh, they're on 2. And who would have thought this? Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley yet to register a point. Join us next week when we return with another 2 exciting games. The 2 Becks were on fire when we last saw them. They're up against Ashley Warren and Chris Castle. And it's Hollywood George Falingos and Jared Langford up against Glenn Loader and Lachlan Merchant. The Australian Bowling Cup is up for grabs, and you can see our very best bowlers shoot it out. This is Kegel Rollin Thunder. Bye-bye for now.